So Megha, you mentioned about something called as technology. What is this technology? How does it work?
Let me show you. So now these are a few technologies in tile. I'll just show you all the technologies one by one and explain it to you. This particular one is gold leafing. You know, now we eat sweets. A lot of time on the sweets, have you seen that top layer which they put, which is silver or golden? That is called varak in Hindi. That particular thing is a gold leaf. So now this particular is a tile. This is a vitrified tile. You can see this is the color of the tile. What we have done is we have etched the surface out of the tile, which creates a little depth. You can feel the tile. After it creates a depth, we have done gold leafing on it. So it takes about 5 people to make this particular tile and 3 sets of machines to make this kind of a thing. So it's highly complex, wherein one machine will do the etching and then we'll do the coloring, then there's a coating process. So there's a lot that goes into it. This is one particular thing which is a tile and is a highlighter. These kind of things are suitable for your wall, for your areas, living rooms, bed bag, to highlight spaces. What we initially saw, what I showed you in the types of tiles are base tiles. This is a highlighter which is used to highlight a space as an accent wall.
So what is this tile like? What's the base, whether it's ceramic or vitrified? Or
this is a vitrified base.
Okay, so over a vitrified base you are doing a...
We have created a highlighter. So this is scooping plus gold leafing, and this is the highlighter that we have made.
And say I want to use it in a dry area of a bathroom and occasionally there will be water over it. Will the gold leafing come out?
No, it will not come out. Reason being, we have done our coatings on this particular product, so it will not come out. You cannot use this in a wet area, but for dry areas, yes, it is possible. Best part about this is, this particular product is customized. Like when you say, in case you have designed a space and this tile is not suitable or the color is not suitable, you probably want a beige or you want a black, then we can change the tile and we can also change the pattern. Instead of floral, I can give you geometric, I can give you classical, neoclassical. All of those options are possible. And one more biggest thing is, this is gold. We can also do it in various colors like silver, copper and champagne.
Okay, so anything metallic is possible?
Anything metallic is possible, or also subtle colors is possible, but we suggest metallic because it will give you that highlight element and will make your space look much brighter.
Okay, and what's the cost of doing this? So is it for a economic sort of a budget, or are we only looking at luxury range?
Actually, there's nothing sort of economic or luxury, because all of it is customized. Like say, if you give me a budget for a particular thing, we can design it in those budgets. But this particular product starts from 1450 rupees per square feet, can go up to 4000 rupees per square feet depending on the things that are going into it. Like if there's metal, there's mother of pearl, there's gemstone, multiple things, but these are the ranges of this, and it's end-to-end customized.
Okay. And maintenance aspect, even when I'm using it in dry areas, it's just vacuum or mopping? Or
yeah, basically you can just do a vacuum or you can do a dry cleaning. You need not scrub the product, you may not wash it, or don't do all of those things. Just wipe the product or just vacuum clean it dry.
Okay, fair. And what is this?
This is a glazed third fire technology. So here you can see this tile is matte and only the glaze is shining. Are you able to see that? So these are vitrusas from Italy. It's a chemical which was put on the tile as glazes and which is fired, which makes the product highlight. So this is a copper glaze and this is a black glaze. These particular products are also as highlighters. Again, this is on a vitrified tile. It's on a grey vitrified tile which is kind of black. So these are the two colors of glazes that we have used to create a damask pattern on it and highlight this particular product. This particular tile can also go in your bed bag, foyer, living rooms, bathrooms. This can even go in your wet area in a bathroom. Just make sure you do not use acids or alkalis to clean the product.
And what about the price range for this?
This particular one is 4000 rupees per piece. But they are all again from various ranges, as this is a third firing product. So third firing has its own challenges and all its variety of things that needed. So these particular products will start from 1500 per square feet and can go up to 6000, 7000 per square feet depending on the product that is there.
Right.
And the size.
Okay. Oh yeah, so with respect to the sizes, either of them can be done on any size
Not
tile?
all of them can be done in any size. This particular product can be made into any size that you want, but here we have certain limitations.
Okay, and what's the limitation?
This particular product is made through screens. So we do not have the screens to make it in 4x2, as it will involve a lot of cost in also making the tile. So this particular product will come only in this size.
2x2?
2x2.
Okay. And what is this?
This is another technology which is called tile on tile. Like the name suggests, the base is a tile and this is another tile. This is on a ceramic tile. The others that you saw were on a vitrified tile. This ceramic tile has a pattern where you can see the leaves are scattered on the concept. And this particular tile takes about 12 screens to make the product. Reason being, each color requires one screen. Like we can see the cream, we can see the brown, we can see the green, we can see the grey, there's darker grey. There are various colors required to make this. So first we screen the light color, then the medium color, then dark color. Then we place the glazes, fire it, and then cut this tile in a different tile. So we have to take a bigger tile, cut this tile out from it, and then paste it over it, and then we get the whole concept here. So this particular tile, if you're going to take a single tile, it will not make sense because it is a set of 4 pieces. For you to understand and create the pattern, it will require for you to use 2 feet by 4 feet.
Okay, reason you're using ceramic tile and not vitrified here?
The reason we are using a ceramic tile is because it is a little cheaper compared to a vitrified tile. So it is much easier because we have to look at the cost also. Now this is one particular tile, this is one particular tile. To make one, I need 3 different tiles. So vitrified tiles becomes a little more expensive compared to a ceramic tile, and this product is not for the floor, it's only for the wall. So you need not worry whether you use a ceramic tile or a vitrified tile.
Can be done in vitrified also?
Yes, it can be done in vitrified also, but it'll just, the price perspective, it will just be higher than what it is.
Okay, and even the layer, the cutout tile is also a ceramic or a vitrified make. Like for example, if this is of ceramic, even this has to be ceramic?
It's not needed, it can be of any material. It is just that vitrified tile is a little harder to cut such intricate shapes, so we always cut it in a ceramic tile because it's much more easier.
Right. And what's the price range for these tiles?
These particular sets, now this is a set, it's a 4 feet by 4 feet set, which comes approximately around 27,000 rupees. But they are all very differently priced, as we have different patterns, colors, glazes, like there's silver glaze, there's copper glaze, there's gold glaze. All of those ranges are different.
Okay, and what's the maintenance aspect, or where is it that I can use this? Like this tile, you told me I could use it in the wall only, in dry areas basically. And this you said I can also go with the wet area. What about this?
This is again only for wall application, but like say if you're doing a bed bag, you have created a tropical concept in the bed bag, then things like these are really good for the bed bag because it will also uplift the space. And 2, as you can see, the light falls on the product is shining. It will act as a wallpaper in the back, and here it's a 3D effect and not just a flat effect. So these particular products are for the wall and for various spaces like foyer area, living rooms, bed bags, dining spaces and bathrooms in the dry area. The reason is we don't suggest this in the wet areas. There might be settlements here which would be difficult for you to clean. So not recommended.
Fair. So let's go to the next one.
This is not a full body vitrified tile, this is a single layout vitrified tile. It can be used on the floor, no problem at all. And because we have taken this surface off, only thing we have to do is we have to do a coating on this particular product in case you are using it in the wet area, because we don't want any seepages through these spaces.
Okay, so right now what we see, it's not a coated one.
No, it's not coated. So this is how the tile was, and this is the top layer of the tile. Once the top layer is taken off, this is how the tile looks.
And say I do the coating, will the color remain?
No, it will be exactly the same. There is no changes in the thing because we are going to do a transparent coating. We are not going to do a colored coating. Reason being, we don't want to change the color of the product. Neither do we want to disturb the difference between the pattern and the tile, because you can see this is a dark and this is a light. It's creating a wonderful contrast. We don't want to disturb that.
Okay, and you mentioned I can use it on the floor. When I use it on the bathroom floor, for example, and this is the coated version that I'm using, water will spill. Is the coating slippery?
No. Here, because you see there is a difference. When you touch the tile, you will see a difference in the surface between this and this. When I do the coating, it is just to make the tile non-porous. The coating is not going to make the tile skid, or it's not going to make the tile slippery. It is still going to remain anti-skid, and this level surface will also create grip in the tile.
Okay, and what's the price range that we're looking at for this?
These particular things start from 1250 per square feet and can go up to 4000 rupees per square feet. But if the tile size increases, then there will be variations in the price.
Okay, again, is there a limitation with respect to the size that we can do this technology on?
Scooping can be done in any size. That's the best part about it. It can be done on a 2-inch tile, a 4-inch tile. I'm talking about inches. This is feet. So 4 inches tile, 6 inches tile, 8 inch, 10 inch, 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, 8 feet also we can do this with technology. This is really good as these can be used in your interiors, exteriors, outdoor, indoor and also floor and wall. Like say you're building a individual villa and you want to clad the facade, maybe there's no budget but you want to add some highlight element, we can also do this there.
Okay, so you're telling rains will not damage.
No, it's not going to damage the product because it's a tile. Tile is a non-porous product, but because we're taking off the surface, there's slight porosity problem there. So we're going to rectify that by using the chemical over it and making it non-porous.
Okay, and what about sunlight? Like, will the color fade?
No, tiles colors do not fade in sunlight unless they are glazes and their technologies. This particular product is highly suitable for outdoors as well.
Superb. Okay, and what is the next thing that we have?
The next thing that you have is something really exciting because all the time that you see tiles are in similar shapes as rectangles, squares, it's quite boring. These are various shaped tiles that you can see, like you can see this shape, again there's one, there's three, there are multiple shapes available to play with patterns on your walls. In case you're designing a bathroom which is completely plain and one wall you want to do patterns or you want to experiment, then you can use things like these. Now this is a tile, we've cut the tile in, it was a square tile but we've cut the tile in this shape and then we've scooped the tile and color coated it. So this was one type and this is a handmade tile with third firing. Here you can see the color here is darker, the color is lighter and it's even lighter here because it's a handmade product. Like when the artist paints a particular product, it's not necessary you get the same 3 paintings in the same shade. There will be differences when you mix and color variations. So when I'm going to mix, it's not necessary that all the product is going to look one because it will make the product look really flat and boring. The beauty of these products is the variation in them. So you can see light, medium, dark, all of them will be mixed and this can go in your wet area and dry area. But this is not suitable for floor, it is only for wall. You can even use them on your headboards or if you're doing wardrobe shutters and you want to highlight those shutters, you can do there also.
Okay, got it. And what's the price range that we're looking at for these?
These particular things will start from 800 rupees per square feet depending on the size, pattern and shape, and then these can go up to 2000 rupees per square feet.
Okay.
And the colors are customized. In case of instead of blue you want a red or a green, that's possible.
And say I don't want the primary colors, I want some pastels and I'm going to give you a code. Is that possible?
That is possible, but there are slight limitations to it. Every color might not be possible because we need to see how the color reacts under third firing process as well. So like when you say pink, you might get some shades of pink. If you say red, you might get some shades of red. Exactly from the color card may not be possible.
Okay, fair.
But we can give you like about say 25 colors, that is possible, which might also suit your spaces as there's variation in it.
Okay, and these are not going to fade out, like
no, it's
for example,
not going to fade out. Reason being, this is a third fired product, so you can see the protective layer on it. If you feel the product is going to be really smooth and not going to give you a feeling where you can touch the color, there is a coating on them so the product cannot fade off. But as I told you, you cannot use acids and alkalis to clean any of these products.
Okay.
Because acids and alkalis are extremely strong. When you put them on products like these are also chemicals. We don't know how that chemical will react with this chemical, so it is better to just avoid them.
Okay, and what's the make of these tiles? This looks like ceramic.
They are all ceramic. They are all ceramic tiles. Reason being, ceramic tile have a higher bonding range compared to any other tile. So they are all made on ceramic, and again it is very easier for us to cut a ceramic tile into various shapes that we want. So they are ceramics.
Okay, and what's the next product that we have?
Again, this is a really exciting product. You can see this. This is a print. This tile is made into an hexagon shape. This is not cut into an hexagon shape, but this was an hexagon tile. The punch of it is a hexagon tile and we've printed on this product. So in case you're doing a kid's bedroom or you're doing a girl's bedroom who are very particular how they want their space to look, so we can print the tile and give it to you in various sizes, in shapes, in hexagons, or you want it in a 2x2 or a 2x4, we can also print on it. The prints can be customized, the colors can be customized. In case the client likes this print and instead of a green they ask me for a purple because they are, probably they are an artist. So in case of a green, I can make this whole thing in purple and print it and give it to you.
Okay, and what's the price range that we're looking at for this?
These particular products start from 550 rupees per square feet if it's a plain square tile, but as the price increases they can even go up to 2500 if the shapes are really complicated and there's a lot of things involved in it.
And where do I use this? Is it just for dry area or wet area as well?
Majorly for dry area. We do not recommend it in wet area because again I don't know what kind of, if the water is really hard, because Bangalore water is very hard and I don't know how it will react. So it's best if you use it in the dry area, and floor very limited. Do not use it in the wet area floor, and dry area floors also you can use it. The only thing is you can use this product in indoors, not outdoors, as the print may not have life exposed to sun.
Okay. And durability is same as any other tiles?
Yeah, about 25-30 years it can be, in case you don't use any product and do not use it in the exterior.
Okay. And what's this that we are looking at?
This is again customized. This is a cultured stone material, which is a mixture of stone and a few other chemicals, and where we form these kind of patterns. So you can see this is one type and this is another type. We have created louvers kind of concept here, and here it's a concept where we have partial design, full design, and again full design, and these are like subways. So you can feel the product, it has a lot of depth in it. It's 3D. These particular products are only for wall and it's only for interior spaces. It's not for floor or exterior spaces. These are just as highlight elements, because there are limitations that we can do with tile, but in tile you need a punch to have these kind of things, and in tile you might not get various shapes or you might not get various patterns. In case you want something exclusive and probably that is not available in tile or cannot be made in tile, then can it be made in this stone, this product. And this particular thing comes in various colors and we can customize the color to anything that you want in this.
Okay.
Like you can have two dark blue, probably a little lighter blue and a lighter blue if you want to create a variation in a wall.
And what about the patterns? Like I see 4 running patterns, or I see 2 lure patterns here. Can I give you a pattern and you can customize the same?
Yes, we can customize the same thing. It will depend on the quantity that you have. But in case the pattern is really nice, we can customize and give it to you. But very few chances that we might not be able to do it depending on the pattern that you have. But majorly these can be customized. Like here we have 5. In case your whole wall you only want this pattern, then we can eliminate this and give you this for the complete wall. And here we have options for louvers, and these are a few color options that we have.
Okay, and when you say you can customize it, you mentioned about quantity. Do you have a minimum quantity already?
When I say minimum quantity, like say if it's for 1 square feet, 5 square feet, 10 square feet, customization will not be possible. Like say 50, 100, then it makes more sense, because there's a lot of cost involved in also making the product. We'll have to make molds and do certain things to it. So for 1 or 5 square feet, 10 square feet does not make sense for us to do it.
Okay, fair. And what's the costing that we're looking at?
These particular things are 850 rupees per square feet. Again, depending on the concepts that you have. Like this particular thing is 1100 per square feet. So there are various ranges available in it in terms of patterns and sizes.
So I'm wondering, I see a lot of gaps and grooves in between. Will the dust settle in there?
The dust is not going to settle in this product because it's an artificial product. In case 6 months, 10 months down the line you feel it's getting dusty, you can just dust it with a dry cloth or wipe it with a dry cloth. You need not wash, scrub or do any sorts of those things. Just wipe it or dust it.
Okay, but what's the general maintenance thing for this? Is it?
There's nothing for you to keep in mind in particular, because it's just dry cloth dusting. In case there was wet dusting, then there would be steps that you need to take care of, but dry cloth dusting, so no problem.
No, but if I'm going to use the lures in bathroom, for example, it's on my dry wall itself. Can I, wash it with water?
If you splatter water on it, because it's an artificial product, the water is just going to drip down, which is again pointless because you're just wasting water and also not cleaning the product. So just wiping it will make more sense than sitting and washing the whole product.
Okay, fair. And one thing in common that I have for all of these tiles that you've mentioned is how does the spacing or the grooves work? Like for example, you mentioned that for ceramic tiles we need a 3 mm or 2 mm spacer in between. How does it work? Some of the products here were also ceramic.
Correct. The spacers is not just for ceramic. If you're taking a ceramic, vitrified, double charge, full body, single layer, whichever tile you're taking, spacer is a must when it's going on the floor. If it's on the wall in products like these, you can avoid spacers. Even in products like these, you can avoid spacers. But when you're taking bigger tiles, we recommend that you do spacering, and in the floor, it is a compulsion. Please do not lay floors without a spacer.
Okay, fair. So let's move to the next one. So what is all of this, Megha?
These are various formats in tile. Do you know that tile comes in various sizes? Let me explain it to you. This particular thing that you see, they are all tiles, little pieces of tiles put together and forms as a collage. If you're highlighting a space, you can put this as it is, like the panel, which has various patterns, subtle textures, highlighting elements. All of these can come in various colors, sizes and patterns. This can go as it is. These are collages. These are motifs where you can see similar tile size is being used and created a pattern. These are some various sizes of borders, like say there's gold, there's silver, there's metallic, there's copper. So all of these are borders. Borders can also be used to highlight elements, like say you want to put in between tiles or you want to put in furniture, bed back. And another thing that we have, this is a pencil.
Okay.
So you can see this is a copper ceramic pencil. All of these also can be used as highlighting elements. And then these are borders. They are all made of tiles, but various thicknesses we have in them. And you can use them to highlight various spaces like bathrooms, bed bags, foyer area, living room. These are our generic 2x1 highlighters. These are again handmade tiles. Do you see the fun part in them? They are in various shapes, like this is a cross, this is a star. So star and crosses. It can end as star and cross, or it can end horizontally, however you want. And this thing that you see, these are small mosaics. So all of them, they can be from a bigger tile cut to smaller tile, or they can be made as smaller tiles. This particular one is cut from a bigger tile, but this particular one is smaller tile made. So you can see there's silver, there are blue variational ones also. All of these are mosaics. So we have mosaics, handmade, we have borders, motifs, collages.
Okay,
tiles.
superb. They all look amazing, but what's the maintenance aspect? And you know, putting them is not going to be an add-on headache for me, right?
When you're putting tiles in any spaces, there is no add-on headache that you have to take care of, but there are little things with every product that you have to know. Like I told you, you cannot use acids or any kind of alkalis to clean these products. Wipe them with wet cloth or dry cloth, that's all. Don't keep splashing water them, scrubbing them with brushes, and all of that is not needed. You can just wipe these products or splash water in them and then wipe it off, or if it's in the floor, you can mop it.
Okay, and what I see, at least in the collages, everything is of a different texture. So does this come in a panel that you are showing me, or can there be multiple tiles that I can choose to create this particular collage or texture?
So now when you're buying this particular product, I will give you 10 of this, 5 of this, 2 of this, 4 of this, or whatever, depending on the size. They're all individual pieces. They can go up on the wall as you desire. And also you can select what you want. In case you want to eliminate this gold, you feel it's adding too much of pop color, so then you can remove these and you can just go with all of these materials. And collages are made to add various textures, like how in a mood board, when you make, you have a highlight element, you have a subtle element, you have a texture, you have a bright element. Similarly, it's made where you have texture, where we have a design, and then we have really bright designs, and then we have these metallic finishes also. So this particular thing creates a concept. In case you're designing a bathroom of a house, like say there are 4 bathrooms in the house, one can be collage, one can be motifs, one can be handmade tiles, one can be sets. So all of them will give you a different feel, and then you have multiple ways to create and design your spaces.
Okay, so all of these are customizable, mainly made on vitrified and ceramic?
Majorly these particular things are on ceramic and few of them are on vitrified.
Okay, and what's the cost perspective that we look at for this entire range?
Well, when you see tiles, right, the highlighters will start somewhere between 400 per square feet, can go up to 6,000 to 8,000 per square feet for highlighters. These are also highlighters, these are also highlighters, these are also highlighters. Tiles, whichever have patterns in them and which have their accent capacity, they are all called as highlighters. And then there are base tiles. Base tiles start from rupees 70 per square feet, and then they can go up to 500, 600, 700 if they are Italian tiles.
Okay, and all of these are going to be used only on the walls in dry areas?
All these are for walls, some of them are for dry and wet, but these are for walls purely, none of them can go on the floors.
Okay, which ones in these can I use for a wet area concept?
You can use these for wet area, you can use this for wet area, you can use this, you can use this, you can use this in a water body as well, or a swimming pool. These you cannot use in wet area, and you cannot use this in a wet area. All of these are perfect for your wet area and dry area.
Superb.
Walls only, but not floor.
Okay, got it.